What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we're jumping into Avengers Twilight, issue number 6. This is the final issue. Red Skull has enacted his plan to take over America and all of the world. And so a retired Captain America reassembles the Avengers. With the help of Luke Cage, what remains of Iron Man, Thor, Miss Marvel, and others. They fight to save everybody from Red Skull. But Red Skull still has a secret weapon at his disposal. He still has his H-bomb. He still has the Hulk. Now we get to see who finally wins in a death match. Thor or the Hulk. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up in Washington. We have the Hulk that has been let loose by Red Skull, and we see that he is decimating the White House. He is ripping the walls off of this place. While everyone tries to evacuate, we have Captain America facing off against Red Skull. And Red Skull asking Captain America, do you think your military hesitated when I presented them with a Hulk that they could control? The US military jumped on it in a heartbeat. And Cap's gotta wonder, is Bruce even in there anymore? With Hulk laying down some hate, Thor comes in to counter that hate. Wielding Mjolnir in hand, he bashes Banner in the face. Cap tells him to get Banner out of here, get him away from civilians. But even if they get the Hulk out of here, Red Skull has also started to drop bombs. This country is ending tonight. This is what takes us over to Iron Man and his son. James has defeated his father, and Iron Man tries to tell him that he never meant to leave, that him and his mother both loved him so much, and right now they have a second chance. But if James continues on with this, there is no turning back. As James begins to point and yell at Iron Man, Tony recognizes the ring on his finger. As the two of them get close together, we see the ring activate, and this activates James's mother. We have the Wasp returning to the battlefield. She was trapped in that ring. They believed that once all of this was over and they no longer had to hide, James would be smart enough to know that that ring held his mother this entire time, and all it took was Tony and James being together for her to come out. So with her arrival to the battlefield, she is able to grab a missile before it makes landfall. Red Skull immediately turning on her and attacking. As Wasp drops down in size, Tony rushes over to her. He grabs hold of his wife, and while he holds her wounded body, Thor and Hulk are making their way across America, from West Virginia to Texas to New Mexico, eventually landing in Phoenix, Arizona. And Hulk is destroying everything. Thor is trying his best to let Banner know that he is hurting people, that he needs to regain control. But the Hulk turns to him and lets him know that he has destroyed so much, that he has destroyed so many lives. He is begging for Thor to kill him. As we pick up with James, seeing his mother before him, he is at a loss of words, not knowing what to say, believing that he would never see either of his parents together again. Tony lets him know that their son probably needs a timeout, but right now they got bigger things at play, because Red Skull and his coup are well underway. As Red Skull and Cap are still going blow for blow, Red Skull is letting Captain America know that he can track his property, that Hulk is moving at incredible speeds, leaving destruction all across the country, that Thor is no match for an unleashed Hulk, and Captain America will never be a match for Red Skull. As Red Skull grabs the American flag, telling him that he's a simplistic fool, that this country stands for nothing, that the symbol is so easily twisted, so thoroughly co-opted, that by the time Red Skull is done, people will wave it as a siren call to fascism. Red Skull takes that pole, that takes that American flag, using it as a spear and plunges it into the stomach of Captain America. With that American flag sticking out of Captain America, we see the cameras behind Red Skull. The world has seen seen what he is doing. America is watching. That's when Iron Man grabs Red Skull, tries to take him out of here. Miss Marvel, everybody else, they jump into the fray. Wasp does what she can to open up Red Skull's chest. And that is when the new Hawkeye takes her shot. With a devastating boom, Red Skull is shot back. Captain America walks over to him. He takes his shield and he drives it clean through the chest of Red Skull. With Red Skull now being dead, he put a failsafe in his chest, a bomb that will activate, and they don't have the time. James grabs hold of Red Skull and he goes to the skies. Iron Man close behind him, Wasp trying to resurrect Captain America. Tony tells his son that you don't have to do this, that it is okay. In the end, he did what he needed to do. He came through for everybody, and today is not the end for James. Pushing his son back down to the ground, he grabs Red Skull's body, and he tells his son that he is just getting started, and calls him Iron Man. In Los Angeles, we have Hulk and Thor. Thor has held back for as long as he possibly can. Hulk is determined on killing everybody and anybody that is in his path. This is too much for Thor. Bruce has gone too far, believing that he cannot turn back. Thor does the unthinkable. Thor kills the Hulk. As Iron Man dies in the heavens above, in the depths below, deep down in that ocean, Thor stands over the dead body of Hulk. This is what takes us to 2 weeks later. Wasp has come to pick up Captain America. The two of them headed out for the day. They are headed off to see James. James has been hard at work, building the Avengers mansion back up all by himself. Kind of a penance for himself. As Thor arrives, greeting the both of them, letting him know that your son is on the warrior's journey of grief. That when he is ready, he will reach out. But Thor is on his way back to Asgard. He wanted to ask forgiveness for what happened to Banner, but he says that it was the Hulk's time, that he only wished for release. Captain America only sorry that Thor had to be put in that position. He likes to think that there was always another way, but there is some solace in knowing that Banner is finally at peace. But Thor also apologizes for staying away for so long, telling Wasp and Cap that if you guys ever need me, call me, that his hammer will always be there. As Thor returns back home to Asgard, he sits upon his throne, and this is where he runs into Loki. Thor not wanting to deal with any more shenanigans or any other kind of taunts, not in the mood for his brother. His brother is actually letting him know that the kid that was sending signals to Thor, Loki, had everything to do with this. He taught the young Earth boy how to contact Thor, saying that he brought the Avengers together in the first place. He only seemed fitting that he aid in the process yet again, but there's nothing nefarious behind what he's doing. After all of these years, he's grown really quite fond of his brother. This was Loki trying to get Thor out of Asgard for a while, out of the kingdom, to send him out really on an adventure, to go help, to avenge, telling him that that is what your life should be, until the day you finally enter Valhalla. And speaking of Valhalla, we pick up in the Great Halls. And in this place meant for the warriors of dead, we find Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. Tony saying that it's kind of ironic that the two heathen scientists end up in an afterlife together. This was definitely Thor pulling some strings so that two of his greatest friends and the greatest heroes he ever knew were honored with an afterlife that they deserve. They now live a life of retirement. They sit with the gods of old, with the warriors of the past. They dine in the halls of Valhalla forever. And then we pick up with James, here building the Avengers mansion back up, and it looks like it's about time the Avengers come back together, having Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, and Iron Man. The Avengers are reborn, and that will be the end of this series. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So this is an Elseworld story. This is definitely not definitive. Definitive in the sense that Thor could be Iron Man. What this does show us, at least in this circumstance with this story, Thor can kill Hulk. But can we actually say that Thor won the day? Banner was begging for death. If anything, this was done out of empathy, out of sympathy. Thor cared so much about his friend. He tried stopping him. He tried seeing that if he could turn back around, he could be saved. But Banner couldn't live with the things that he has done. Lived as a weapon, used as a weapon. One of the most devastating moments in Marvel history. H-Day. He could no longer live with what he had become. He only wanted somebody with the capability to put him down so that he could end his days. But Thor definitely beat the bricks off of Homie. The nice part of this is that both Tony and Bruce, they get to live in Valhalla forever. Definitely have the benefits of an Asgardian god king being one of your best friends. You don't have to believe in anything. You could be an atheist like myself, and if there is an afterlife like that, and your homeboy is Thor, king of Asgard, you're getting yourself into an afterlife. But no, I love this story. I wasn't sure if they could nail it, if they could really do this in 6 issues, but man, this story was phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. I would love more stories like this. Red Skull coming back, trying to do his fascism, doing the slow burn, taking him down from the inside like a freaking Sith. Beautifully done. I cannot give this story enough praise. I highly recommend it to anybody. Send it out to your friends. Send it out to your family. If they love the Avengers, more than likely, they're gonna like this story. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that happened with Avengers Twilight, check out the links in my description as well as the top of my video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything that went on with this series. If you want to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.